Now and then, your name comes up in conversation with my friends.
But my real name's Sarah Griffiths, and that just didn't feel quite like as pop starry. So I was like, what do I do? And so yeah, Griff felt like the easiest thing. So yeah.
It seems like things are going really well for you. I wish that I could say.
I mean, let's just say there's a reason why you don't see Chinese Jamaican mixing that often, because the cultures are completely different. Asian culture in general is just like, get on with it, go, like, you know, you achieve, there's no room for failure. Jamaican culture's laid back, you know, it's not got the same vibe. So honestly, it's clashed for most of my childhood. And by somehow, mum and dad are still together.
Used to be, and I tried my best to fill it up with things I don't need. It don't.
I think I always knew I wanted it. I don't think I ever realised it was possible. So I think it was something that I was just working really hard at, but secretly. Like, I wasn't telling anyone in school, like my parents weren't really that involved, but I was going to London, working with producers, but I still wasn't sure if it would ever be a career path. I think that's probably like the stereotypical like Asian parent thing of knowing that like pursuing a creative career is going to be hard. I was planning to go to university literally right up until I signed my record deal.
Still laughing till my belly ache. Well, that's all gone away now.
What it was is I think my brother was getting into music production a little bit, so my dad bought this programming software called Logic. And then I just loved singing, and I realised that on Logic I could not only sing, but I could then put harmonies over it and then stack them up, and I loved that, and I found it so exciting, and arranging vocals and covering songs. And so over the years I think I just started teaching myself music production without knowing it was such a rare thing for girls to do. So yeah.
I know it's not easy to fill this gap that you left in me.
When lockdown happened, it was hard to write songs, it was hard to stay inspired, but I tried to push through, and I think I did, and it forced me to, I think, dig a little deeper. It's me expressing how I feel about all my relationships in my life, how I feel about growing up, and I think there's that overall sense of like cautiously taking another step, you know? And so that's why the artwork is me, I actually learned how to walk a tightrope, because that was the kind of, I think that tension of like having to take another step, but at any point you could fall, is a bit of a metaphor for relationships with my family, my love life, my music career. There's just that level of uncertainty and nervousness, but and vulnerability as well, you know?
To fill this gap that you left in me.
It's basically about, I produced this one and wrote it 100% by myself, and it's kind of just about, I think as you grow older, healing is so much harder, physically and emotionally, you know? I think when you experience heartbreak or a setback, you feel like you're starting again, and you almost feel like you're a child learning to walk again. And so that whole thought of like, I put one foot in front of the other today and stretched my arms out, it's like a really sad picture of someone who's just trying their best to recover and get back on their feet, but also is a bit nervous, you know? So yeah, that's kind of what it's about.
And you'll probably never realize.
That call I wrote with my friends Lost Boy and Siva, and it was one of just those happy sad songs that just came together really quickly. It's a song that brings light to heartbreak and embraces that feeling of heartbreak, but also I think there's a level of humour, because there's not a big black hole where your heart used to be, but I think it's about embracing that and dancing through that. So yeah.
Shaking in my hands, they started quaking, 'cause things just take longer to heal.
I think I feel proud that I can have a joint heritage, and that feels like I feel proud that I can bring representation to somewhere where something that I've never seen representation in before. Goals, I don't know, I just want to write really timeless songs that impact a lot of people. I want to write songs that will last a lifetime after I'm alive, you know?
'Cause you know it's easy when you're young, bounce back and whatever, you just bounce back.
Japan's probably like my #1 place that I want to come to. I don't know much about Japanese culture, but from what I see, it just looks incredible, and the cities and the countryside look beautiful. What else do I love? I feel like Japan's also great for style and fashion. So I think that's probably what I love about Japan from what I've seen. And then also food-wise, I think it's probably incredible. So yeah.
In my hands, they started we can